Hey guys, I'm Ellie.
I'm Patty.
We are
Efecto podcast.
Welcome back, guys.
Hope you enjoyed our last episode, and if you can tell by the studio,
we have a guest.
And we have someone that, if you've been here, if you know, you know. Mm-hmm. If you know, you know. We have our friend and founder of Breathe by Sal, a brand that's all about growth, healing, and just being real with yourself through every stage of your life. Welcome, Sal.
What's up, you guys?
Woo! Thank you for being here again.
Of course, yeah, second time. Let's do this.
I know.
Let's do this.
We're so excited
like,
because so much has happened
Oh, yeah.
since you were last on here.
Yes.
So much. Like, if you were to put up a picture of, like, the first episode we had with you, we all looked different.
Oh, yeah, I had braids, so now I look more mature, an adult. I'm 31. Let's go.
Okay, so just introduce yourself or reintroduce yourself to our listeners.
Of course.
And, just tell us a little bit about your brand. So the who, what, when, where.
Yeah. So, of course, my name is Sal. I was part of season 1, like way back. And honestly, I truly appreciate being here again, to be honest, because it's like, of course, like I said, we have a lot to catch up on, and I haven't seen you guys in a minute. So, but yeah, my name is Sal, owner of Breathe by Sal, a mental health clothing brand, and I've actually had my brand for 6 years now, and it's crazy to say because I'm just
a 6-year-old.
I know.
Yeah,
Dumb.
definitely grown, and I've grown up just throughout those 6 years, and of course, like seeing you guys here again, like it's crazy, but I'm more than happy. Oh my God, I'm so happy to be here.
We're happy to have you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And since you talked about like the brand and whatnot a little bit, so like already just like diving in, what did anxiety or depression personally look like for you?
Oh man, at first I like to describe it as like a monster type of thing, because the emotions I was going through and what I was feeling, at first it didn't feel real. I was just like the stuff that I would be hearing and seeing, and honestly, like anxiety, I had to kind of like adjust to it, because for me, like I said, I was hearing things and just really not knowing what's going on. But then, with the help of therapy, I just felt like that really changed my perspective and everything, and it made it a lot easier to talk about what I'm going through. So, at first I was just like, man, what are people going to think about me? Like, am I crazy? Am I, this guy, like, oh, don't talk to him, he's kind of weird. Like, no, it's, for me, I really grew up in a sense of like controlling my emotions and learning step by step, everything's going to be all right. So, yeah.
I know. And honestly, that takes a lot of strength to even do that.
100%. I would say in general, like as a human being, of course, but even like you being a man and within the Latino community and culture, like that's huge.
And I thought
that's unheard of.
For me, I thought that was the toughest part.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we're growing up to be macho and don't show your emotions, oh, you're going to be all right. It's just something that's, but it's that machismo thing. And for me, I'm blessed to have family that I have. My mom and dad, they really pushed me to seek help, and honestly, I'm blessed to still be here.
I love that. Yeah. And how did that impact your confidence, like at the time when you were going through all of that?
Yeah, my confidence was super low at first. Just growing up, I felt like I always had so much confidence in myself. Just I didn't care what people thought about me. But when I started going through these emotions, I was just like, damn, like, why is that person looking at me so strange? Do I have something on me? Like, do they see something? Like, tell me. But I was just going like crazy in a sense. But for me also, like, that confidence just started coming back little by little. And I was okay with it. I think the biggest key thing is being okay with everything and being patient. That's what I had to learn. Yeah. And confidence, now it's like, I definitely feel like myself.
You said I'm his. I did that. Period. We love that. So meaning there's hope for everyone.
Right. Yeah. No, definitely. Especially with this new haircut.
And I love your like the shirt.
No, yeah, the shirt too.
Yes,
yeah. Period.
Appreciate you. Yes, definitely coming soon. Don't know when, but coming soon.
You guys have to follow him to find out.
Yeah, wait and see.
Exactly.
And now just, taking it back to some more lighthearted things. Yeah, no, not that, just dropping those in. These are just going to be fun and personal.
Right.
But what's your comfort meal when life is falling apart?
Damn. I mean, I'm a big cheeseburger guy. I mean, my family owns a restaurant.
Plug it in real quick. Yeah. Let them know.
Where that though?
Howard's famous bacon avocado burgers. My dad. Honestly, like, I love just cheeseburgers in general. Like, anytime I'm feeling down or just, I need something to pick me up as well. Yeah, cheeseburger. I don't know. Just something.
It's going to hit.
Been eating that all my life. So.
Yeah. What song heals you instantly? I know you're big on music, so this may be tough.
There's a lot of new music right now, too. Honestly, anything that has to do with, like, Afro beats. I mean, one of my favorite artists is Wizkid, and just his music in general it uplifts me anytime that I'm feeling, again, like just not having a good day. I'm just like, you know what, let me just turn on some Afro beats and really, I don't know, it just kind of zens me out, and just like I'm driving and I'm like, I'm not tripping about who's beeping at me right now. I'm just
like I'm in my own world.
Exactly. I don't know. I just can't pick one song.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I'll get back. I think, I'll get back to you on that. Now that I think of it.
Like, hold on.
Yes.
This one's a little bit, because I know we're going to tap into this shortly right after this, but what's the most delusional thing you told yourself while chasing this dream, your business, like, and starting this? What were you, that Delulu moment where you're like, no, I got this. Like, you know, or what would you tell yourself?
Damn. I'd say... Because at first, like, I was just having a conversation with one of my friends about that, too. I'd say, like, being delusional, it's just like, damn, like, we always love manifesting and just like, oh, this is going to happen. I know it sounds crazy, but, like, for instance, like, with Carol G, Becky G, we always talk about these, like, manifestations. And, we're delusional sometimes. We're like, you know what? I feel like this is going to happen. It's gonna happen. We might sound crazy, but it ends up happening. I don't know why, but honestly, like, for me, I always try to think big in a sense, because, you got to believe in yourself at all times. And there's gonna be a lot of doubters. And are you sure? Like, that sounds out of reach. Like, are you gonna make it? 6 years. Yeah.
Damn.
I've known a lot of, like, friends and other clothing brands that just kind of gave up, and they were so talented. And I just like to say, like, 6 years, like, we're still here, and we're here for a reason. And, I just love creating. I
love that. I have a follow-up question. So, like, because of that, during that journey, do you have moments when you're like, you have that doubt kicks in, and how do you kind of gear yourself back to, like, okay, no, like, the bigger picture, this is, like, what I want, back to, like, manifesting? How do you keep that negativity out of, like, your mind?
Well, I always try to stay positive through it all. Yes, there's been times where I don't know why, but I make it look easy sometimes.
No,
but
literally.
It's really not. Like, think about it. You have to create a whole new catalog, collection, content. Like, it's not easy. For me, like, I have so many crazy ideas that I want to come out with. And do I make it happen? Some of them don't even reach to what I want to do. And with that, like, there's been moments where, you're at the highest. And for me, I think the highest was, Coachella, going to Coachella with Carol G. Like, that was
iconic. Yeah. And the video that you made for that was...
When I started, I thought...
Shout out Chris Wade, because that had me dead. That was iconic.
That was so great.
Like, I don't know, just, again, like, the way I created that, I was just driving, and then I heard a radio ad, and I was just like, let's bring it back.
Yeah, and it's so authentic to you and your brand, like being Latino, like that. And I think for, like, us as, like, your audience, to me that hit home.
Yeah.
I was like,
So
you
relatable.
took me
You
back.
connected. Yeah, immediately.
I was like, Mel, did you see this?
It was insane, 100%. I think that's so important because that's so much about like, yeah, like I feel obviously your brand is for everyone, right? But you do have like lean into the Latino culture and community, and that just hit.
Yeah. It's just it brought me back home too, because that's all I would see, and like when you be see on television, like all those ads, buy this now, and like everyone's talking fast, and I'm like, like. We got to do something like that.
Yeah.
And it took so many takes because I was just laughing, and then Chris over there dancing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God.
No, when I tell you that end clip, I had that shit on loop. It was so funny. And I also loved it because it's like, especially knowing like that's like your best friend, that's your brother. Right. And the fact that he's still part of it, like, I don't know, there's something about your dynamic and the fact that you still have like, it's homegrown in a sense still. Like, I love that, even 6 years later.
Exactly.
Yeah. And even like you're working with brands like that's like artists, brands.
You were at Coachella. Like,
insane.
Not too many people can say that. Yeah. That they were actually able to go. Yeah. Shout out to Carol G.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And that like the drop was so
It was so cute.
Thank you. Yeah, that's something that I want to keep doing. We have this other idea that I want to create. I don't know why, but I've been on this like Luis Miguel wave. I don't know why, but stay tuned for that. Yeah. I have this crazy idea, just like making it like a novela scene.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And I'm walking down the beach, flowy shirt.
I
don't want to give too much away,
but you're
right. Exactly.
And like novelas, that's
yeah. So it's just, I don't know. Right now I'm kind of like going with what's working. And I have so many ideas that I want to release, but for me, I have to learn to be patient.
Yeah.
And kind of realizing, you know what? You were on like this really high thing, like, from Coachella, from April, May, June, and then you're kind of, transitioning, like coming down from that high. But you have to kind of realize, that's okay. It's business. We all go through it. You're not always going to be at the top. And with the World Cup, like, I made a World Cup collection, but honestly, like, it did really well. And now it's like, okay, World Cup's done. Like, it's still summer. Let's kind of, do something else. So, but it's coming. It's coming.
Love that.
Can't wait.
Yeah. And then on that note, you talked a little bit about like Becky G and Carol G. Right. What is like a celebrity that you're like, oh my God, I want them to have a piece of mind, or you want to work with them? Is there anyone?
Man, I mean, there's so many. I'd say Baby Miko, definitely. I want to make sure.
Yes.
I don't know. I could just see her rocking it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
In a baby tee or over
like, anything. Yeah. So, I mean, let's make that happen.
She's here in October.
Exactly. But definitely, I mean, I've worked with, of course, two of the G's. You know? I love the experience, and it's just... Let's make a third G, Selena Gomez. Like, I don't know. I just want to make that happen because I can definitely see something. And not only because, like, I've had a crush on her damn near since, like, Disney Channel days, Wizards of Waverly Place. Like, I don't know. But it's just, like, that's someone that I definitely would love to work with.
And honestly, like, even like what her brand represents,
it
aligns with yours.
And then also her tapping like her new song with Becky G.
Yeah.
Like,
that would be so good. Yeah. Like, we should have had a piece of yours.
Yeah.
I know. Fuck. But hey, you know what?
The next one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. So now we're going to move into more like brand identity and like purpose questions. So what separates Breathe by Sal from brands that use mental health messaging mainly for marketing?
Yeah. That's a good question. For me, I mean, I've always said it's different. And the reason why I say it's different because it's like you don't get a lot of male Latinos to really express themselves and really say, hey, you know what? I feel a certain way. I want to seek help. Yeah. And that's already, something that it's not common. But lately I've actually been meeting a lot of new faces and people just telling me, hey, you know what? I do this. I have a run club. I just been meeting so many faces, and I love that. And they get to tell their story, and they hear my story. And again, that just makes you feel like you're not alone. And like, wow, like, same thing. You can tell your story a lot easier, you know. You kind of find so many common things with these people. And they're all males, which has been amazing to see. You know, that's why I created this brand. So people like me can actually express themselves. And I truly feel like that's my purpose. And I don't want to stop because it's something that's actually working, and I see it.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm at pop-ups, you know, you can have like this crazy day. You can have a day where it's not as great. But the fact that someone came to your booth and expressed themselves and told you, you know what, I'm going through this. You know, you make it look so easy. Like, how? What's your tips? Do you have any pointers? And I'm just like, man, like, I don't know. Sometimes it gets to me, I get sentimental because I'm like, you know, I was there.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like I'm still learning. You know, I have my happiness. You know, this year is probably the happiest I've ever been.
Aww.
And, you know, I just want to continue that.
I love that. And I love that you spoke to the fact that, because we had a similar question. It's like when people come up to you, like you have these moments, it's like this makes it all worth, like, you know, being. But it's like, is there like I guess not a story that stands out, but just a personal connection or interaction that you had that was like, whoa, this is like exactly what I need to be doing.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, these all happen at pop-ups. Like, but the most recent one I'd say was at Mid-City Mercado, and I met Beto, he's also in the mental health field as well, and he does run clubs, and he just pulled up on me. He was like, hey, like, you know, someone told me about you, and, you know, I'm just going to shoot my shot, and I want to express to you, you know, what I do, and we just kicked it off really well. And then the day after, we actually hung out, and he invited me to his event. And I just pulled up, and I was like, you know what? Like, we have the same demographic background. Like, it's crazy who you meet. It's just like, you know, you never know. But conversations we've had, you know, I got to really learn about his story and mine. And it's just like, that's what I strive for. You know, again, like, I'm out at pop-ups almost every weekend, but you know, I want to hear how other people handle their anxiety. And conversations, like, I mean, there's so many, but you know, the one that's really impacted me the most, where we both cried, was, you know, this older man came to my booth. This happened years ago, but he told me that he really felt like his daughter wasn't going to make it. And she was just extremely depressed. He was depressed too, because, you know, you don't want to see your daughter going through, you know, what you're going through. But you know, it just kind of, again, it just reminded me of myself. Like, you know, what my mom and dad were looking at me like, damn, like, you know, my son is crying every single day. And to think of that, it's like, wow, like, you know, I want to make sure, again, like, I can give my resources to anybody.
And I think that's so important. Like, you pay it forward, you're building community, you're a safe space for people. And who would have thought that a clothing brand would have done that?
Trust me, I mean, growing up, like, I've always been into fashion, just dressing weird and like baggy clothing. I didn't care what people thought. My dad, shout out to my dad for really dressing me, like, I don't know, just big basketball jerseys, baggy jeans, my visor had to the side. I was like, oh my God. I looked at my pictures from back in the day. I'm like, man, like, what are you doing?
It was a look.
It was, honestly. But it's just like, you know, with the help of therapy, I really felt like this brand was my destiny. You know, I didn't know I was going to create a successful mental health clothing brand. And, you know, shout out to my therapist for giving me that idea.
Literally.
And I was gonna say, on that note, like, how do you balance clothes, making or creating clothes that people will generally want to wear while still carrying a serious message? Because you just said that. It's I think your brand does that so beautifully, and it's like, how do you just balance that?
I'd say it's mainly for like how I'm feeling at the moment. Like, all the messages that are on the shirts, you know, it's just based on how I feel. And a lot of people have been relating to it. Even if they don't relate to it, they're like, man, like this message is deep.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
And the next one that I'm coming out with, I heard it from J Balvin's song, and it just really stuck with me. And it's like, no sabes lo que vales todavía. And I just want to throw that on a shirt. I'm just like, you know, that's another collection, by the way. But it's just like, you know, these messages that people can relate to. Like my favorite one was "Tú necesitas terapia," because that's all you would hear. Like even if you were just messing around, like in a Latino household, that's all you would hear. And again, that's what kind of brought me back to home. I'm like, you know what, throw that on a shirt. And when I put that on a shirt, yes, people were laughing. Like the older señora is like, oh my God, mijo. I'm like, you know, but it just makes you feel like this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, all of my collections have been in Spanish lately, and it's just to, you know, it's for my culture.
Yeah.
And just hearing my mom, she actually, I always let her know, I'm like, Mom, am I spelling it right? Am I, you know, saying it right?
Yeah.
And yeah, no, she loves it, but you know, it's been amazing.
That kind of goes into the question that I was going to ask. As the brand grows, how do you protect the original meaning behind it?
Yeah. Well, you just got to remember, you know, stay true to yourself, you know, always remember who you are. You know, you're getting all of this, like, you know, growth. And yes, it is pretty hard sometimes, because you're just like, you get caught up in that light sometimes, and it's just like, you know, no, like, remember who you are. And for me, like, you know, I'm always going to be myself at all times. Like, you guys know me and everything.
Yeah.
So, but it is hard, because, you know, this is something that, like, when you meet someone famous, it's like, you know, you got to treat them human as well. You know, trust me, I was starstruck when I met Becky G. Like that was crazy. But in a sense, again, it's like, you got to remind yourself, you know, they're normal as well. They're human. They have the same emotions. And it's like, yes, you can feel starstruck, but again, you're going to find those like common things that you can relate to. And that's how you just, you know, kind of go step by step with it. But it's something that's, you know, I'm working on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You touched on this a little bit, but was there ever a drop where everything essentially went wrong? And what happened? And then did people know things were falling apart behind the scenes?
Damn.
Spill the tea. He's like, actually, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's not always like, it doesn't run smoothly all the time. You know, at first, I'd say with the Latina Pero También Sensible collection, like that collection for me, I mean, I had less than 24 hours to create the design.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, I was on the phone with Carol G's team, and they're like, yeah, we want you to design a shirt for the flea market at Coachella.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I have less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
You know, I'm used to just doing, you know what, when I'm ready, I'm ready.
Yeah.
But this moment just felt like, you know what, you got to create it. Like, you know, just think of something, think of a phrase. I called my mom, and I was just like, what can I say that can still be, you know, referencing mental health? And from there, I was just like sketching, and I was just like, damn, Latina. And then I was like, pero también sensible. I was like, okay, sounds pretty cool. We'll keep that, you know, on the side. But the design was just really hard because, again, like, Chris wasn't available, and he's the one that helps me out with all my designs. And I was just like, you know what? Try it.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
You do it yourself. Like, and at that time, too, I didn't have a screen printer anymore. And one of my homies, Joel of Filthy Couture, shout out. He actually reached out and was just like, you know, Sal, I can teach you how to screen print. And that was actually one of the first collections I screen printed myself.
Wow.
And it was, honestly, it was hard.
Trial and error.
A lot of trial and error. Girl, the design was over here, over here. I was just like, oh my God, this isn't going to work.
Yeah.
To the point where I was just like, you know what, out of this, it's not going to happen. I don't know. And yeah, I was there morning until midnight at his studio. But like for real, like shout out to him because he actually, you know, said, Sal, I want to teach you. You know, you can actually do this yourself. And it actually brings more of like a special meaning that you're actually creating the whole thing yourself. And now I'm like, I love it. You know, I'm screen printing everything myself now, and it's honestly, it's really fun. But yeah, a lot of trial and error and things that I was just like, you know, Coachella is literally that week and you're not ready. Yeah, no, it was tough. But honestly, like, again, you started off doing something new. Yeah, it takes some time. You got to be patient. And now look at you. Like,
yeah, and that just added more to your skill set. And to your point, like, I mean, I like knowing a little bit about that world. Like, that's hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's a lot of work,
It
lot
is.
of time.
Right.
Like, but to your point, just makes it more meaningful.
Right.
Yeah, especially on a time crunch. There's so many things that you just have to like, okay, lock in.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I just got to do it because
Right.
the opportunity was 1,000% worth it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I went over there and I came back with nothing. Like, that is just, it's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
And then you get back to the studio, make 300 more. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
Weekend too.
Man, no, yeah.
But that's
two.
a blessing.
Yeah. No, weekend 2 was a lot better. Not only because, yeah, like, again, I came back with nothing, but I actually got to meet her sister, Carol G's sister.
Oh.
And I don't know, I actually want to share the story with you guys because again, when you're at pop-ups, you always have to be like business-minded as well, but have fun. And I've actually, you know, learned that because, of course, throughout my career path, you know, I've been working at banks and, you know, I kind of learned that. But I saw that she was at the booth next to me and she was trying to conversate with them and they were just like, yeah, whatever. But obviously they didn't know who she was, but she sounded just like her. And I was just like, hold on, this girl, like, she had the same tattoo. I'm like, yeah, okay. And I told myself, if she comes in our booth, you got to make sure you give her a way better experience than what she just experienced over here. Because she just walked away and was like, okay, you don't want my business?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll just move on. There's so many other vendors that, you know, would appreciate that I'm here. So she walked in and I was just like, all right, it's showtime.
Yeah.
And she was like, ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo está el ambiente aquí? And I was like, of course, you know me. I'm like, oh my God, yes. Like, and then I just made sure that I made her feel welcome. And she told me, she's like, you know what? I actually want to tell you something. And I was like, okay, like, what's up? I actually got this shirt yesterday, which was the yellow one, the Latina pero también sensible one. And she told me, she's like, you know, I got it. And once I got back to where we're staying, Carol took it away from me.
Oh my God.
And I was just,
Sound like her.
No, literally.
but again, I was just like, oh my God, I was about to pass out. Like,
Lock in.
I was like, lock in, man. Come on.
This normal.
Act like, you know, yeah.
No pasa nada.
That happens all the time.
But as I'm like going through, you know, my emotions, I'm looking down and I see that she's on the phone with her.
Oh.
And I'm just like, I was about to reach and be like,
Hey, baby.
what's up? But again, like, you just got to learn how to control. And that to me was just like, you know, this is what you wanted. You know, you didn't get to meet her, but still you made sure she got a piece.
Yeah.
And honestly, that moment for me was just like, you know, I'm just waiting till she, you know, posts a shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, post a picture and
Yeah.
wears the shirt, you know. But I don't know. It's just like those moments are just like, again, like I didn't know I was going to be at Coachella.
Yeah.
And shout out to all my followers for tagging me in the comments. Like, that was huge. And I mean, there's so many stories that I can say about it, but that one to me was like,
I think that really speaks to like the impact that you've made. The fact that like
Yeah.
the community you've built, they saw an opportunity
Like,
and they're like,
that's it.
are like, look, you would be perfect for this. Because what do
Right.
they say?
Yeah.
Like, you always need those people who will like speak your name in a room when you're not there, when
Yeah.
an opportunity
Right.
comes up. That is so important.
Right.
Yeah.
And clearly, you're
Yeah.
doing something right because best believe I was in those tags too. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
and it's crazy because like for me to see that, I'm just like, That's what I strive for.
Yeah.
And also, you were on TV at
Oh, yeah.
my god.
So I need guys, I need to tell this story. So I am working from home and I just hear my mom, "Mama," and I'm like, "What?" And I'm working. "Mama," I'm like, "What?" She's not saying anything. My dad runs. He's like, "Tu amigo está en la tele," and I was like, "¿Cuál amigo?" He's like, "El de la ropa," and I fucking ran. I was like, "Sal," my mom was like, "Yes," my mom's like, dude, my mom was like, "Oh, my little Sal." She's like, "Look," she's like, "Oh, dude." We were screaming, like,
So cool.
seeing you on TV, we were like, what? That was iconic. I wouldn't shut up about it.
Yeah, no, it was honestly, it was an experience. Like, I mean, I had to be there at 5 a.m.
Oh my god.
So again, you have to prepare yourself.
Yeah.
But no, the amount of messages I got that day, I was just like, wow,
Like the exposure.
all my mom's like older friends,
Yeah.
like it's funny because like again, like watching this show growing up,
Yes.
Despierta América
I
on
know.
Univision, like
Despierta América.
Wild.
I'm watching myself on TV. I'm like, damn, like this is crazy. Like my parents would watch this shit. They still watch the show till this day.
I mean, clearly my parents watch it.
Yeah, and it's just the amount of love and support that it made that happen, and it just feels so surreal because like again, growing up watching that show every single day, and then you're on it, like that's something that I never thought in 100 years that would happen. And just being on stage and learning how production is, it was honestly a really great experience. And to be on there, and I was just like, wow, like my phone buzzing, and it's just like, damn, like I want to check, like is something okay? And once the show was over, all these messages, I just saw you on TV. I got your text too, and I was just like, wow, like this is crazy. And I don't know, it's just I loved every single second of it. And again, it's like you earned this. You worked so damn hard to really put out the best collections that you can think of. And honestly, these past 6 years have been a huge blessing, and it shows.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I'm so glad that you said like you earned this because every step of the way, it's been like, you obviously your support system, but still. And then on that note, just wait, where was I going? Hold on, brain fart. I had a second. No, fuck, I literally had it.
It'd be like that. We got caught up in the emotions.
It's okay.
Oh yeah. So on that note, like for yourself, how do you still now? I know you said you're the happiest you've ever been, which I love. And like, how do you deal with your mental health while working and releasing collections, having pop-ups? And it sounds, life is getting busy.
Right.
So how do you deal with that?
I'd say for me, I always like taking, I'd say throughout the day, some time for myself and just kind of like, well, right now, I mean, I moved with my wife on Adams, and we have a loft, and it's a two-story. I call it my man cave, and I feel like it's my escape. And when I'm just going through so many things and just getting ready for a pop-up the next day, I kind of just want my space and just kind of like be in the quietness of everything, and just kind of start breathing and go back to my exercises that I used to do all the time. And I love going on walks as well, just to kind of relax myself and just talk to myself. I do a lot of self-talk as well. Again, manifesting, like, you're going to have a great day tomorrow. It's going to be great. We need this. And, it's just so many things. But I truly do feel like, being nicer to yourself as well works a lot. And I've learned that. And again, like that taps into why I've been the happiest I've ever been. Like, just not alone just this year, but for me, I see a lot of growth, and it shows too, because recently, late January, I got let go from my 9-to-5, and that was tough because I'm just like, damn, like what am I gonna do? Like, but honestly, like, it was a sign from God that, this is your calling.
This is your path.
You got to make sure, you make it happen. And I think that was the toughest part, to accept it. Yeah. Because, you're so used to being, retail, corporate, 10 years. And damn, like, what's next?
Yeah.
And I had to learn that. And honestly, it was probably the best decision that I've made this year, to really just be your own boss and really learn step by step. You know what? You have all this free time. Use it. Make it happen. Build content, whatever it is, to stay relevant. You know, because nowadays it's like, damn, people's attention span can just be like, okay. And then they forget.
Yeah.
No, you have to create something that people are always going to remember.
Yeah.
And that's why I truly do feel like happiness has been top of mind this year.
It's crazy. And I honestly, we needed to hear that, because
No, literally,
like, I think just in general,
the conversation we had in the car.
we had just had this conversation in the car, and it's so hard being in this space in general, whether it's a creative space, and then even like from corporate world, like we work with small business, it's just as tough, but it's so different. So the fact that you're making it work, and it's like that, you need the positive self-talk is so important, and I think that's what most of us lack on a day-to-day. Like, it's insane. So I love that you're saying that, because you're a true testament of like, no, this is, life can get hard, but you just have to keep going.
No, it's funny because literally when we first sat down, you started talking, I was like, oh my God. I was like, I know the universe was like, you need to hear this now. That is why this
Well, that's why I'm here.
I was like,
That's
this
why I'm
is
here.
why it had to happen this weekend. Because what I'm going through in my mind did not happen last week. Literally this week. So when you were talking, I was like, he's yelling at me. Stop yelling at me.
Literally, I was, when you were saying that,
No, bitch, I was like,
okay,
oh,
we're
fuck.
Honestly, though, like, one thing that's actually been working for me is writing on my notes, and I named it content. Easy.
Write that down.
And just like,
Okay.
I don't know, like having ideas to
Yeah.
really, post this on Thursday, post this on Friday, and, post it at a different time. Let me see what works. And again, like, not being afraid to ask other creators questions as well. I truly do feel, I mean, if they actually do care and, want to share, they will. There's some people that kind of like, I'm not going to tell you my secret.
Yeah.
No. But it's something that you have to appreciate. And for me, like, I really learned so much just to kind of be organized and really, create this video, maybe make 2 videos a day, 3, and just kind of, separate it. And now that I have my man cave, that's where I make all my videos. And I just,
No, the setup
I'm
is
like,
sick.
I've been seeing all
the
that
setup is
content.
sick.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's gonna be a lot different though, because once I start really figuring out how I want to design everything, it's gonna be so many paintings all over the place. So
Love that.
yeah, but it's a work in progress.
And what kinds of conversations do you hope your brand starts for our community?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is therapy. Having the resources, and it could be expensive. I understand, but my biggest goal is, I want to continue with Breathe by Self the rest of my life, or however long I have. But again, my biggest goal is opening up like a community center.
Love it, because we had a question about that.
That to me that's what I want to strive for. I want to make sure that, the resources are there, whether it's, free therapy classes or free, sound bath classes,
Breathwork.
yoga, anything.
I have a friend who can help you with that.
We'll tap in. But it's just like, that's what I just want to give back to, whether it's like, these free therapy classes, it's just something that, I want to be able to help somebody. What I went through, honestly, till this day, I don't even know how that happened, but I'm actually glad that it did. And now that I can give somebody that same resource that I got, like that's what I want to strive for.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So what do you want young Latinos and Latinas, but because you're a man and you are in this space, what do you want young Latinos to take away from your journey?
Man. Honestly, I'd say one word that I would describe it is bravery. And the reason why I say that is because, these emotions and, at a young age, and I've actually got to experience that because I've been going to schools to talk to these young kids. and they're so open to it. They're like, what's anxiety? What's stress? Like, and some of them actually experience it, and they actually talk about it, which is crazy. You know, I'm talking to middle school kids, and middle school is when you're starting to transition. Like, oh, I want to be like an emo gothic guy. I want to be a skater. I want to, you know, basketball, football, soccer, anything. But as a young Latino, I truly do feel like bravery, and not even just bravery, but being patient, like going with the flow, kind of just, for me, like growing up, experiencing like, okay, like, listening to your parents as well, because my mom would always say, oh, estoy bien estresada, estoy deprimida, anxiety, everything. And I didn't know any of that. So I was just like, now that I'm older, I actually experienced that myself. And then my mom would say, that's what I was feeling when you were 14, 13, 14. And again, I'd say, like, really just wanting to learn and just be eager. And again, when you hear the word therapy, it's not just, oh, you're crazy. And that's what I thought when I was young, and when I was, going through it, I was scared to go to therapy. It wasn't like, for example, like I walked in my first session and I had a question mark on my face. I was pale as fuck. Like even the therapist was like, you okay? I was terrified. Yeah,
I walked out, Sal.
Yeah.
I walked out in my first session. I got there, told my mom, I'm not going in there, and I left, and I was in the car. Right. So I feel that.
Yeah. I was silent.
Yeah.
I cried.
And it's just something that, whatever you're feeling, you're feeling it for a reason.
Yeah. And I think it's so important that you said that, because even now, like, yes, I feel like people are more open to therapy, are more understanding of mental health and how it can really affect people. Right. But even when I have conversations with certain, like, people, I guess, it's still a question like, oh, like, you go to therapy, really? I'm like, yeah, you should actually, like, I haven't been in a while, I'll say that. But I think it's still important to continue to talk about it, because people have become a lot more open to it. Right. But you still have a lot of the, I guess, generation that grew up with us, or our generation that grew up with their parents telling them, like, no, don't do that. It's still very hard to get that through their head. So I think it's really still, like, up to all of us to just be more open about that. No, so,
1,000%. And also, it's not like a quick fix. I think that was like what I was hoping for. Like 4 months in, I was like, okay, like, when am I going to start to feel better? And my therapist was like, you think in 4 months you're going to be able to get through 30 years of shit that you have just stored away? And let's not even tap into things that you've taken from your parents. And if you're still around these people and they're not dealing with it, like, you are constantly getting hit left and right. But it's definitely a process, to your point.
Exactly. Yeah. Patience. I mean, it took me damn near a year to, I'm still, like, I'm not going to tell you that I'm always happy and positive every single day. We all go through our emotions, but it's the best thing is how to control them. And I've learned that. I'm not going to tell you, this is how you control it. Like, nah, it's just something that works for me. And again, like, I'd say the biggest thing is patience. You're already going to therapy. That's already a huge step. And it's just how you finish.
I love that.
Dumb.
On that note, so our podcast is called El Efecto Podcast. El Efecto means impact.
Right.
What is the impact that you want to leave to your community, to listeners, to your customers, etc., on your brand? Yeah,
definitely. Don't be afraid. I'd say, it's something that mental health is honestly a real thing. It's anxiety and stress, and, growing up, again, seeing how your family would struggle, and, it's all coming back to you now, because now that I'm older, I actually get to experience these things. And whatever I'm feeling, there's a reason why I'm feeling this, but I definitely say, the message is just take care of yourself. We all go through things at the end of the day, but it's really important how you want to pursue that. And therapy really did change my life. I've been saying that since 6 years ago.
Listen back to it.
Yeah,
No,
like,
literally.
you know, therapy has really always been that decision, and I'm glad I made it. And again, like learning step by step, going to those classes, I didn't miss not one, and it's just like, you know, I gave myself that talk the other day, and I was just like, you know what, I'm so proud of you. You know, you're still here, you're still doing what you've always wanted to do. And with the help of therapy, it really just, you know, I just thank God that I'm still here every single day. You know, I wake up and I'm just like, you know, let's get it. Like, I don't know. It's just like, it's funny. My wife hates when I say this, but sangano. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not just going to be laying on the bed like a sangano. And just
I'm like, oh, what?
Yeah,
it's just a word that
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Did you make it up?
I did.
Oh.
And I had to explain it to her.
Did you have like, you probably had the right intention? You're like,
I did. I was just like, I'm just go with that. It sounds cool. But yeah, no, she hates when I say that, and I'm just like, you know, that's just not who I am. You know, I'm always, I can't be just in a room where I'm not doing nothing, and it's just like, that's how I go day by day. I want to make sure I'm active. I want to make sure I'm busy. Like all these emotions in my head, like they try to take over, but you know, you gotta like be free. You know, yeah.
No, that's really good advice there, because I think we all get in our funk.
Oh yeah,
and
it's
like,
okay. That's what I've said as well to myself. Like, yeah, you know, there could be a full week where you're just out of it.
Yeah,
and
Bruh.
it's just like, man, like, why am I feeling like this? You know, I was so damn happy last week, but again, it's like, just stay with the flow.
Yeah,
you know, you're gonna be all right. Yeah.
Love that. And it's so crazy. I know we talked about this like right when we started, but like seeing every milestone from when you first came on this podcast, when you started your business, to like now, and like I think about, there's so much.
No, like I always think about that first when she started. When she was at, what was it called? The
Angel City.
Angel City. And I messaged you and I was like, have you ever done a market? And you're like, no. And I was like, well, my cousin is going to go to one. Do you want to do one? And then ever since then, like,
Crazy.
like, who would have known?
You haven't stopped since then.
Literally, who would have known that? But it's in that moment, me just asking a question would have, 6 years later, we're here talking about an amazing business that is continuing to grow.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's something that, like, that's why I still love doing pop-ups. I mean, yeah, I can just be like, you know, I'm online only. But no, it's something that I still want to keep pushing. And I mean, I've gotten so many damn opportunities just by being at pop-ups. Like, you never know who you're going to meet.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how I got these opportunities. And you just got to present yourself at the highest, because, again, it's like people are always watching.
Yep.
Man, you could have like X amount of followers. You could have the lowest amount of followers, but that one person can change your life. And I'm a true believer in that, because, I mean, look at me now. 6 years, and the opportunities we've gotten is just, it's mind-blowing. It's something that I just, again, like, I never thought that we would be here, but it's amazing. Yeah.
On that note, I'm like, Sal, let everyone know where they can find you, reach you, not reach you, find you, support you,
shop from you, buy from you.
Instagram, Breathe by Sal, TikTok, Breathe by Sal, our website, of course, breathebysal.com. This month, I know I'm not even too sure what's going on. I'm just, again,
going with the flow.
Going with the flow, honestly. It is good to take breaks as well. Just kind of let your body just reset. You know, I just, every single month, every weekend, I'm just out doing pop-ups, and you know, it does take a toll on your body. It really does, because again, you gotta be there. You gotta give X amount of energy, and it's okay to take breaks. You know, and just reset. And I feel like August for me, it'd be like a whole reset. Just, you know, really trying to figure it out what I want to end up doing in September, because September, it's literally weeks away.
I know.
I can't.
I know what.
How?
It's already the first weekend of August.
I can't.
But honestly, like, you know, I'm just ready. You know, you just got to stay ready.
Period. And on that note, thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Don't forget to comment, like,
Subscribe.
We will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Thanks, Al.
Thank you.
Thank you.